So today is a day that I've been looking forward to since having some communication with my contact at Aiper. This is the Aiper Scuba X1, which is a wonderful pool cleaning robot. Now today we're going to get this out of the box. We're going to get everything out. We're going to see how it all comes out and all the accessories that comes with it. In addition to that, we are going to get it connected to the app as well, so pay attention to that. But this is all in preparation for testing this in an actual pool, which will be soon. So, without further ado, the Aiper Scuba X1. Okay folks, so today, like I said, we're going to get this guy out of the box and see how she comes, see how she sets up. So we're all getting in preparation to actually testing this in an actual pool. It's obviously a little early yet, but Aiper is running sales right now. So I did want to get this this video. I just got this just a few days ago, and today obviously I have some time to get a video done. So right away, we have a big, nice setup procedure here and usage thing. So I'm going to hold on to that. Right in the center, that looks like where our manuals are. So we actually have several items in there. We'll come back to that. Take out that piece of cardboard. And this guy, it's Velcroed down. Interesting, okay. So that's where the robot is, obviously. I'm gonna take this out first. Charger. You know what, we're gonna open this when you have a little better viewpoint. Let's get the actual robot out of this box, which is gonna be a little bit funky, but you can see how she comes here. There is a handle right here. Kind of set her over here. In the box yet, if you can see down here, there is another box. Everything else is cardboard and silica gel. Okay, so let's do the big one first. Pull the bag off this guy. Now, at CES this year, I got to see the whole new lineup, the X1, the X1 Pro Max. Right now, they were able to send me the X1 here that you can see, and I've been looking forward to getting my hands on one of these and really running it through its paces in various pools that I can have access to. So I've got some stuff lined up on the tank traps. Do have some plastic protection stuff I'm going to take off on both sides. And so I think you just lift up on that. That's how we get to the collection bin, which is sizable. There's a button here to press and release. And there we are. Oh yeah, that's got a really nice, oh, that's awesome. So we have microfiber mesh in here. Then we actually have a even deeper filter in here, the really thick stuff. Holy cow. That's gonna make the water really clean. Of course, if you're really dirty pool, this is gonna get clogged probably fairly simply, but clean the filter too, so. Okay, so that's that. Let's get the rest of the stuff out of the boxes. This is the box that was underneath the robot. That's going to be our charging dock plate. And that looks like it's going to have where power comes in. Okay, well. So there's that. That's going to go with that once we stand it up. And these are going to be the feet for it, I'm assuming. 1, 2, and then last, a hook to pull it out of the pool, which is not going to come with the pole. You'll have to supply your own pole. Just a standard pool pole should work. And then we do have the actual power supply itself for the charging system or the dock. That is everything that comes with it. So everything that you need to set up is right here. Now let's go ahead and actually put this guy together quick. I haven't even looked at the book, but this looks fairly straightforward. You can tell with the rubber feet what actually is on the ground. And these obviously slide in here, just like so. There we go. You just got to make sure that it gets in that groove. And there we go. And then we actually have this guy here, which just slides down on that. And now you have your charging dock. Okay, so there's that. And then of course the power cord. Trying to get this at an angle where you can see. So we undo that guy there. Power cord's gonna actually plug right in there. So You can see it kind of hangs out from the top up here, so it's not at the bottom at least. It looks as though they did at least think that you want to have the handle at the top. So when we pick it up, we set it down. Oh yeah, it's hitting right on the money. So I'll show you here. So you can see the charge pieces there on the dock. And then we have those little contact points on the actual robot, and they touch right on the money right there. Let's give it some power. And there we go. And she is now charging. So green, I would think that's good, but at least it is glowing. So yeah, so it is charging. I'm gonna leave it there for now, and then we'll talk about setting it up. So before I do anything with the app, I did want to go at least over a little bit on this, a little bit of stuff that they actually give you with the packet here. So first of all, like I said, when I actually opened up the debris guy here, which has the filter box, right? So this actually comes with 2 items, which obviously I pointed out. However, you don't have to use both. That's the beautiful thing about this, is depending on how dirty your pool is whether or not you actually want to use this filter box, this extra really fine item here. This is going to be your traditional, which is pretty much very similar to what all pool robots use, except for there's a lot more surface area on this one than the other robots that I've used before. So that's awesome, but this is going to catch all your big debris. When you don't have a lot of debris at the bottom of the pool or that the robot is supposed to clean, and it's more about dirty water or algae water or cloudy water, that's when you want to use this guy. So the beautiful thing about this specific robot and how it actually has its filter basket set up is that it's going to not only just clean the debris in the pool, it's actually going to help create a cleaner, it's actually going to filter the water in addition to pulling debris out of it. So that's really nice. So this guy here, you don't really want to use this when you have heavy debris, kind of like I mentioned, is because this would clog up almost immediately. But this blanket-esque material, this ultra fine stuff, would do wonders with algae or any of that the stuff that's in the water itself, the really fine stuff. Pools are outdoors, they get kind of dirty and they get various things, and this just makes it easier to keep clean. So that's pretty awesome in that regard. This guy actually goes through how to clean this, and on the filter box, you can actually take that kind of blanket guy off. And this goes how to, basically through cleaning that and such like that. This is kind of your standard set guide and step by step and getting it on and charged and everything. And you don't have to use the charging stand. You can actually plug in directly into the robot as well, but it just makes it nice. It has the nice angle, it dries it off and makes it easy to actually clean the rubber guys on this, and I'll also check the tank traps and things like that, tank treads. Also in the actual book itself, it even goes about how to pull the treads off if you need to fix, replace, or alter any of these pieces. It goes through everything in this book. So I'm not going to go through everything, but I did want to mention that I did see various things in here that are very handy. Tells you what the light indicators do. Yeah, that's pretty cool. So, but let's go. Step 1 is charging, which is what we're doing. Step 2 is downloading the app, getting it installed, and pairing it with this guy. So that way we can get the robot up to date. If there's any firmware updates for it, at least we can monitor it and do everything from the app. Okay, so while I have it here, so let's get the app set up and get it connected to this guy, get it connected to the phone at least. And as you can see here, I am in the App Store. I just did searched Aiper. There is a QR code on this guy here, so you can also do that. But I'm going to hit open, and this will be the first time I've actually opened this ever. Looks like we have to choose the language. I'm going to accept the user agreement, hit allow, and now I am going to hit below the login. There's a register now button. I'm going to go ahead and click that and put in my information. I'll be right back. Now, after hitting the get code, there is an email, or should be an email in my box, and I should have a code here in a second. So let me get that, and then we'll enter that in. So after I entered in the code that was in my email box, now I get to set a password. So now I'm going to actually create a password. So give me just a moment. So here's something interesting specifically with the password. It does have to be between 8 and 16 characters, no more. Cannot use any special characters. So just know that going in. And now I have a password I made. I'm going to hit confirm and log in. and I'm going to allow it to use my location while I'm in the app. And of course I'll allow it to connect with Bluetooth because I needed to connect to the actual robot itself. Okay, so now that we're in the app, it is charging still, but let's see if we can actually get it to pair directly. So I'm going to hit the plus button, and it found it. Perfect. Awesome. So there's my Scuba X1. I'm going to click on the Scuba X1, and now it's going to pair over Bluetooth, and that took almost no time. Now we're going to connect to my Wi-Fi. So that way when it's in the backyard in my pool, it'll actually be able to connect to Wi-Fi. And this is obviously for you to do, so I'll be right back. Obviously hit done after I put my password in, and now it's just connecting to Wi-Fi, and then once it's done, then we should be good to go, and that doesn't seem like it's taking very long. All right, Scuba X1, I'm gonna go ahead and just keep it in the default, so hit done. Obviously if you had multiple robots in here, then you'll probably wanna name each. But right now, 75% battery, and of course we're charging, and it even shows the little power indicator next to that 75%. So I'm gonna obviously let it continue to charge, so I'm gonna get this thing ready to actually clean the pool. I'm gonna hit the enter button, and now we can actually see more information or even settings on the specific robot. Let's check to see if we have any settings. Now, of course, also, I did wanna point out that in the top right above the actual robot itself, you can see that there's a little X symbol with a little disc-based guide. That's the hydrocom. I don't have a hydrocom yet, at least. I'm hoping to actually be able to test one later this year. But you can tell that it's not currently connected to the hydrocom, and that's fine. If you have a hydrocom, the neat thing about this is this will actually communicate with the hydrocom, and then the hydrocom can be on your Wi-Fi and it can connect to your phone. So you can actually monitor this while it's underwater. That's pretty awesome. So if you're interested, check out the hydrocom as well. It's an awesome accessory in my opinion from everything that I saw at CES this year. Pretty cool. So you can see here we're charging. We are connected to Wi-Fi, pretty good signal. I'm gonna hit the menu in the top right, and we can see any information on here. Let's check the firmware actually at the bottom, firmware update. And I'm gonna hit check for updates. We are fully updated, which makes sense. I did obviously just receive it, and it is a brand new robot. So this would be something that you may wanna check regularly if you actually do purchase this robot, just to make sure that it is staying up to date. I'm gonna hit back. And right now, obviously 0 minutes of cleaning times because we haven't really used it yet. But at the bottom, we can see what kind of cleaning we want to do. Do we want to do smart and just let it do its thing? Just the floor, just the wall, the water line? Maybe if you're doing something specific and everything's good to go, the bottom's good, maybe I just want to clean the water line quick, you could do that, right? You can choose what you want the robot to do, or you can just kind of let it do its smart thing and to figure out what it wants to do directly. Essentially, we are fully good to go. Good to clean. And of course, it is telling me the trash basket is not installed. That is true. It's sitting on my table. So let's see what happens when I put it in here. And that immediately went away. So we are fully set to actually clean a pool with the Scuba X1. I'm super excited. Yay. So that is the unboxing and setup, as well as the app setup of the Aiper Scuba X1. Now, first thing, really want to point out here, the huge sale that's going on right now, the spring sale that Aiper is putting on, up to 40% off their various robots, is going on right now. It literally just started a few days ago. It goes through April 30th, so the end of April, so you have a little while yet to do this. And I wanted to make sure to get this video out as soon as I possibly could. So if you're interested in a robot, check out their sale. Now, this specific one, the Scuba X1, and its big brother, the X1 Pro Max, they are on sale. They're not going to be the 40% off, but if you're interested in one of their more advanced robots, like this specific one, or its bigger brother, which is kind of an all-in-one robot, highly recommend checking it out during the sale because you can get a pretty good price on that. I'm not going to speak too much on pricing specifically. This does retail at $13.99. Right now it is $300 off. But that's going to depend on when you actually were to watch this video and maybe look at things. So things do change from time to time. Its bigger brother, which the X1 Pro Max, is a $3,300. $3,299 I think is the retail price on that. That guy's $1,000 off right now. Kind of get in early on that one if you're really interested in the full pool cleaning, or if you have a very large pool. That's something to maybe consider, because that thing when I was at CES was awesome. I'm really hopeful that I can get my hands on one for at least a short period of time and test it out and show you guys that. But I will be honest with you, really excited about testing this guy. I really, really am. Pool cleaning robots are the #1 thing, in my opinion, of what I would require to have to own a pool. I had a pool years ago, cleaned it myself regularly until I just got, nope, never gonna do that again. And when we got our newer pool, which is a 20-foot, bigger than our older one, I knew right away that no, I am not going to be scrubbing the bottom. I'm not going to be using the vacuum and all that stuff. It takes too much of my time, and I just don't have the patience for it. And so when I got my first robot, made all the difference in the world. Something like this that has much more cleaning capability, much larger battery, just a better experience altogether. I'm really looking forward to using this in my pool, but I am going to be doing a video on this in a fairly large pool soon. So keep track of that, or keep watching out for that, and that'll be the first use video. So Aiper, you are making some fantastic stuff. I was really happy to see everything that I saw at CES this year. I'm really excited to test this guy out. Please, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. Helps obviously this video out in the algorithm, as well as comment and share below if you can for me. I'd highly appreciate it. And of course, Aiper would as well, to get everybody out there knowing about these new robots. They're pretty awesome. Thank you again, Aiper. And we'll catch you back here on GeekSmart for another future video setup and tutorial. Make sure you watch out for the first use video on this, as well as my full review, all of which will be linked in the description as well as at the end of this video here. So thank you for watching here on GeekSmart. Of course, check us out on Tech Gooch as well. See you again soon.